It's my first year doing Artfight, and that means you gotta hear about it. So let's get into it. So I've always heard about Artfight. I was kind of aware of it, like as a concept of something. I knew it was a website. I knew it was an art game. I was just never in the social sphere of that kind of art stuff where I engage in that, even though I heavily enjoy OCs and dabble in storytelling and obviously art and all that. I just never participated until now. I can't tell you my exact thought process of why I wanted to participate, what motivated me. I can give some answer. I have a friend, Lim Lim, who mentioned Artfight to me, and if I was asked if I was going to participate this year. And I had become more aware of it last year. I believe the theme was fossils versus crystals, and in my mind I was like, that looks cool, that looks interesting, but I don't think my art is up to par, which I think a lot of people who hesitate to do Artfight also go into it with that mindset. And let me tell you, you shouldn't go into it with that mindset. You should participate in Artfight. It's fun. A lot of fun. And I'm kind of addicted. So like any good artist, I made my card first after I made my account, of course. And here it is. Here's what it looks like. A friend of mine, Lim Lim, told me that, some people decorate it a lot more. They'll download custom cards online. I downloaded the basic one, and I was like, let's not be too extra. I was like, I already have a lot on my plate. Did I decorate my profile much? No, not at all. Here's what my profile looked like. Yes, I know, it's extremely basic. Not even a picture, just my profile picture. Boo, so boring. Part of the reason I didn't update my profile or add pictures and a lot of decorations like the great art writers do, it was kind of intimidating because I had only just gotten my laptop, and I hadn't used one since school, to be honest, and I graduated 4 years ago. So, yeah, I just didn't have that much experience with computers as of late. I mostly use my iPad and my phone for everything, so all that, like, computery, like, I think it's called HTML stuff, I was just flabbergasted. I don't know, I felt kind of overwhelmed. And my birthday was on June 20th, so that's 10 days before Artfight starts. 10 days, and I was like, I already feel overwhelmed with all of this other Artfight stuff that I'm doing. So I just need to log in, and I'm not gonna be extra and decorate my profile and all that. But I digress. The characters that I put into my page was Xolo, of course, and then Lucas, obviously, Gladiator, and Koi. And I thought that was just gonna be it, but then I added Vanilla a weekend later. Another crazy thing about Artfight to me is I'll go on people's profiles and they'll have like 30 characters up, or some people have like 50, and I'm like, oh my. And I'm like, I also have a lot of characters, but in a story sense. Not all of them are drawn yet, or like not colored. I have concepts. I don't have physical ref sheets for a lot of these characters, and even Vanilla doesn't have a ref sheet because I'll tell you guys a secret. So for my comic, even the characters that are in it, besides Xolo, Lucas, Glad, Koi, no one has a ref sheet. I just raw dog it. I just draw them off of memory, and if I need to go back and look at panels, I look at panels. If I need to draw them at a certain angle and not forget details and get coloring, they don't have ref sheets. I just raw dog it. I don't even make a ref sheet before I initially draw them. I just will draw a silhouette, like sketch, and then that's it. So I didn't have ref sheets to put up, like a lot of people don't, but I especially didn't have ref sheets up, despite having a whole comic, because I pour all my time into my comic. I just didn't have any ref sheets, and I was like, I can't do this. I'm not gonna take panels from my comic and upload those as like the sheets, because sometimes it's not even the full characters. And another thing is, I just didn't care about some of the characters enough that weren't already present in the comic to put them in. Like, there's a character, Hook. I really do like Hook, but I did not care enough to put him onto my Artfight. I don't think he's interesting enough as of yet. Same with Jay. Her design is just not that interesting. Her character just isn't that interesting to me yet. Vanilla, I really do like Vanilla. I love Vanilla. Vanilla's design is really nice, and then I like her story. I like her character. Richard, no, absolutely not. He's not going in Artfight. So those are some prevalent characters in my comic as of now, and I just didn't want to put them in yet. So there's that. If you would like to know more about my characters, I do have a Meet My OCs video if you just want to see some art and hear some yap and talk about some characters. I really like watching OC videos personally, or just like videos about OCs and concepts and storytelling and all of that. So if you're like that, you'll probably like that video. A lot of people liked that video, I would say, people that like OCs. So you can check that out. Also consider like and subscribing if you enjoy. As for how the structure of this video is going to go from here on out, now that my little intro is over, I'm going to be showing my speed paints or whatever, and adding commentary in the background of my thought process and whatever. And I'm going to go in, I made a list, I'm going to go in order of like when I attacked or when I received an attack, and then like my revenge and all of that stuff, and I'm going to show the other people's art and credit them. Other thing, I'm going to credit their Artfight page, because because that's where they attacked me. Honestly, thank God I'm not a huge artist, because like this would be impossible to keep track of if I was, because if I was receiving like a million attacks like the first day, I just would have been lost. At least I can structure it, thank God. And without further ado, this is my first Artfight attack, and the first character I attacked was Lemon by Brevity. So Lemon is a little duck god, and I thought that was so endearing because I'm just a sucker for god OCs, but also animal OCs. Pretty much only animal OCs. I'm sorry, human OCs. I just really love animals. I'm sorry. But little animal gods, yes, thank you. I love that, because I also have little animal gods, and I think that's absolutely adorable. You're out here imagining this big omnipresent like godlike figure. No, it's just a little duck. And for my case, no, it's just a little dog. So when I saw this goob, I absolutely had to draw them. Also, another thing that's just really cute, I also thought the collar was really cute. I like adding collars to my little dog OCs. I just think they're a little adorable. Like in real life, it's like the little jingle they make. It's so cute. So then like when you add them on your animal characters, it just makes them look more cute. It's an accessory I like. And another thing I like and I love about Lemon is the black hole in the background, because I absolutely love black holes. I love black holes. Go black hole cult. I was the first. Yes. So the black hole, that is awesome. That is an awesome symbol for your god. I love that. But this was a very fun first drawing for me to get into Artfight. I believe I drew really late at night. Like I literally started it when I was supposed to be going to bed for work, and I was like, no, I need to log in on Artfight. I need to try and do a first attack. And it was like 30 minutes before I needed to go to bed, and I ended up staying up an extra 40 minutes, but it was definitely worth it. It was so worth it. And for me, I usually only just draw dog characters and dog creatures. I do branch out occasionally, but I love dogs. Everyone knows this. I just love dogs. So most of my characters are dogs. That's mostly what I draw. But to draw a duck as my first Artfight attack was really unique and fun for me. And that just goes to show how Artfight initially gets people to step out of their comfort zones, including me. And that's what's so fun about it. And as for the creator, Brevity, I'm not exactly sure how I came across them. And I'm sorry, my memory is really faulty at times, even with recent events. But I will say that I mostly found people in TikTok comment sections, so and posts like on Instagram and TikTok, but most likely TikTok, because I did not see that as many on Instagram or follow that many as I saw on Instagram, mostly because TikTok has the whole comment your pictures thing, so people will just keep commenting pictures. But I'm 90% sure I saw this person on TikTok, and that's how I found them. Also found some characters in the recently uploaded tab, so there's that. All in all, Lemon was really fun to draw as my first Artfight attack, and this is the revenge that Brevity did on me. It's of Koi whatever, and I was so excited when I got this revenge. I was at work and I just was like, let me check Artfight, and I did, and I was like, I couldn't stop smiling, so thank you so much. So my second attack was on Guppy by the creator Mushun. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, so again, I'm sorry, I really will try to like come up with where I found the artists or where I came across the characters. But for Guppy, I'm sorry, I don't really remember. It probably was a comment section. It could have. I don't think it was the random character tab, but I I saw this person's art and I was like, wow, this person's art is so beautiful. And then I looked at their characters and I was like, oh my god, what is that? And I was like, that is so adorable. And like the colors are just so cute. The concept is so cute. Like I just love it. And I love fish, and it's like it's a little fish dog or a fish cat, and it's their name is Guppy. Like you can't get cuter than that. And I was like, I was originally like came into the mindset like I don't want to get burnt out. I need to focus on my comic because I had taken a like month-long break from working on my comic after working on it for 2.5 years. So I needed a long break. I coincidentally had restarted working on my comic on July 1st, the first day of Artfight. And I was like, okay, well, I need to take it easy, so I'm gonna try to do simple poses and all of that and not really make it a competition. Well, that failed. I saw Guppy and I was like, dog, fish thingy, fish tank, adorable, like a little goldfish. So I did that. I still did keep it basic, but I thought this was adorable, and I hope the creator also loves it just as much as I loved making it. So yeah, Guppy, you're awesome. Mashun, you're awesome. I love your art. Guppy is an awesome character. It's so fun to draw. Thank you. Now the next one is actually an attack I received first. And this is someone that I did encounter on TikTok. And you know what's funny about it is when I posted my revenge, I posted it in actually Ray's Discord server, just in the Artfight tab, just to post my recent attacks and art and all that. And you know what's so funny? The person that attacked me saw, and they were like, wow, this OC looks familiar. And I didn't realize why. I was like, huh, why? And then I looked at their name, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's the person I attacked. I literally just posted their character, and then I just posted it in the Discord server as well. And that was so funny to me. Anyway, so this attack of Xolo by Eldritch Cow was so special to me because it was my first ever Artfight attack that I got first. And I was like, oh my gosh, because I have a really small following everywhere. And honestly, I don't get much engagement like with my art in general. Whatever. It is what it is. But I just went into Artfight with the expectation that like I'm going to draw other people's characters. Everyone is like, it's a gifting game, so don't expect anything. And I'm like, okay, cool. I already don't get engagement, so I don't think anybody's gonna draw my characters. I don't really have that many followers. Boo hoo, like whatever. So I went into the expectation that I wasn't going to get attacked first, that if I got any attacks, they would only be revenges. I just didn't want to get my hopes up. I just wanted to participate in Artfight and leave it at that. So this was my first ever attack that I received, and it's of Xolo, my precious baby, and thank you so much, Eldritch Cow. You have no idea how much this means to me. Thank you so much. And it just blew my mind, and it made me so happy and excited. So in turn, I revenged them. Of course I had to, because I am one for competition, which is why I don't play MOBAs anymore, because I get incredibly toxic. But this is not a MOBA, is it? No, this is Pinwheel, and I'm revenging Pinwheel by Eldritch Cow. And I initially went on their profile, and I was like, and then I saw Clown, and I was like, awesome, got to, especially because I'm on Team Comedy, and they are also on Team Comedy. So, Team Comedy Special Friendly Fire on their Clown OC. I absolutely had to. And I really love Pinwheel's hair color. It is so cute. I don't usually draw humans or humanoids for that matter, but I love the way it turned out despite how simple it is. I loved using the purple line art that they had, and it was just a really awesome experience. And I was really proud of myself, even with how fast it turned out. I know I can't put all of my best effort into all of my art, and I was honestly nervous about drawing a humanoid because I get kind of like psyched out about it, I'm not gonna lie, because I mostly draw animals and all of that. But Pinwheel, you're adorable, and you'll always be special to me. And thank you again, Eldridge Cow. Okay, now here's my third attack, and this one I kind of went all out. In a way, I did do it all out with a background, but this is Willow, Ash, and Brooke by Evie Rose. I'm looking at it now, and I am a die-hard Mystery Dungeon fan, and I am a die-hard Pokemon fan, but especially a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon fan. Oh my god. So when I saw these characters, when I saw these OCs, I was like, oh my god, it's a Mystery Dungeon team. It's a whole Mystery Dungeon team. It's Mystery Dungeon OCs. And not to mention, Evie Rose seems to be like more of a beginner artist. No offense, not trying to offend. And I was like, I've got to. And instead of drawing just one character, I was like, no, that would be a disservice. As a Mystery Dungeon fan. There is no way I can only draw one of these team members. I have to draw the entire team. There is absolutely no way. Do you know what Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is? It is a game about friendship and love of your partner. You cannot exclude the partners. No, this is a team game. Even if you play it by yourself, you are the team. You feel the team. So I absolutely had to draw this. I adored drawing these characters. It felt like an homage to my favorite game, and it was, and I was so happy to be able to interact with the Mystery Dungeon community. And I didn't think I would do it on Artfight, so that's why I absolutely had to. I do remember I found them on the recently uploaded character tab. I think it's Brooke, the Mudkip, I believe, and I was like, oh my god, the scarf, Mystery Dungeon. So I loved making this. This was so awesome. It made my day. I was so excited to submit this and share my love of Mystery Dungeon, see other Mystery Dungeon artists. That was awesome, and that was great. And for my fourth attack, I'm just going to keep this short, and I'm just going to upload the picture because I don't film my traditional art. I don't really have the space to. I don't have the lighting to. I have no setup for it, so I didn't do it. So just picture, this is Apollo, and this is Aloe by HIII. And I was like, let me just turn them into dogs. Let me just do a little doggy doodle. And I especially did that because HIII was the one that, I watched their video on sketchbooking and getting back into traditional art, and I was a huge HIII fan since my childhood, all the way to now. And I was perpetually burnt out with art. I'm not going to lie, over and over and over again, but I keep chugging for my comic, because that's like my one passion besides my OCs. Is my main life passion is my comic. So, I needed to keep chugging for that. But all of my regular art, I only worked on my comic. It felt like a job. So for this, I really appreciate HIII. I really love their art. I love everything about their channel. I love their whole personality, all of that stuff. They have inspired me since I was a child, and I just wanted to Artfight attack them, and I did it traditionally of Apollo and Aloe because I was like, they inspired me to draw traditional again. So there's that. Now, this mass attack I received, I was happy to be part of, is right after I submitted Vanilla to the character tab about a week into Artfight. I just added a still picture of Vanilla. I don't have a rep sheet of Vanilla, but I had finished art of her outside of my comic, and this was a mass attack I received from, I believe the name is Bissy, not Vicky. I think that's how it would be pronounced, or Vicky, not Vicky. I'm not sure, but I love dogs. I love them so much. I cannot say it enough. And I love the concept of a mass attack being a bunch of dog OCs, especially feral dog OCs, at a dog park. I thought that was absolutely adorable, and thank you so much. Here's the revenge I did on them of their OC C class, and I wanted to make it traditional because I love drawing my traditional, and that's what I felt like doing, so that's what I did. I took a picture after scanned and up the photo quality or whatever, to make it pop more, because I don't have any white light. I'm sorry, I don't have a ring light, so I have to direct my lamp really weird. We have to move the lampshade to direct the light onto the paper, and then take a picture of the exposure, and then put it in a scanning app to make it even more bright, so it doesn't look all yellow on the edges and all of that. So that's how it looks like this. And it was just fun to draw because I don't usually draw dragons, and I was like, oh, cool, because I didn't even draw a sketch before this. I was just like, let me go, lines, all that, and I was like, looks great. And I think they loved it, so thank you. And my fifth attack, so far, because I am recording this during Artfight, because I'm like, I need to make time, and I had time today, so I am recording. And my fifth attack is on Tibbers, my dyslexic puppy. Not really by, but kind of by. The art is by them, but it's actually their real life cat. And I was like, oh my god, their cat is so cute, so adorable, and I love ragdoll cats. If I could have, if it was my dream, and I had a cat, I would definitely have a ragdoll cat. They are so cute. They are so fluffy. And they said, in their description of, their rep sheet of Tibbers, and just Tibbers' description is that he loves food, and I was like, oh my god, so cute. So I drew Tibbers. Had to. It made it more special because it's their real cat, and I just put a lot of heart and effort into this. I wanted to make a little scene of the little kitty in a bowl of noodles. I wanted to make it like ramen. I guess it could be any noodles. It doesn't matter. And then Tibbers, he's imagining a bunch of other foods. He's in the food. I just thought that was so cute. And yeah, I came across the artist on TikTok, just scrolling, and then I saw their post of their Artfight page, and it was on a regular post. And I was scrolling, and I saw Tibbers, and I was like, I didn't know it was their real cat at this point. I only knew once I checked Artfight. But I was like, oh my god, that is so cute. I love that OC. It reminds me, like, my first Warrior Cat's OC was a kitty pet. I don't know why. I guess I just wanted my OC to be pampered. I guess I didn't want my OC to die in the wild. Boo-hoo. Like, whatever. And I saw Tibbers, and I was like, oh my god, so cute. Kitty pet OC. Only to realize this is their real-life kitty pet. And I was like, I just fell in love. I absolutely had to. I followed them the same day. I think I drew their cat the same day or the day after. But yeah, I love Tibbers. So cute. Okay, the next 2 attacks I received, I'm gonna be going over these with a double whammy because I did a mass attack with them. Kind of a mass attack, I guess. I more so called a multi-attack because it's not really on mass. I included 4 people. But you know how the Artfight tagging system is, with how you grade it. But this is Vanilla by Arrow Barks with Stars. And thank you so much for drawing a Vanilla headshot. She looks so cute here, thank you. And I also got an attack of Koi Koi by KMV Detail. And oh my god, this is so stellar. I love what you did with the wings. I love the little spots you added for him. I just love the style. The style looks so like manga and so cool. I love that. Thank you so much. It looks so awesome. Like, it's just such a distinct style. Thank you. Okay, and here is the multi-attack or mass attack as you'll call it. And I just had this awesome idea of like, what if I draw a little flip phone and then I add the color context and draw their little headshots as like the profile pictures and add the name. And that's what my intention was here. And here I revenged them. I think their name is Masim. I think. I'm so sorry, Masim. And then their other KMV's character, which is an Absol, but it was unnamed. So I was like, what could I name them? What could I name them? I could name them a blank number. And then I was like, wait, it's phone contacts. So let's name them No Caller ID. Perfect. And then they loved it. They loved the name. And Masim is by Arrow Barks with Stars. Such a cool OC. I really like the star that they have. And then I also drew this other character that I had bookmarked, Stellar Swirl by Blue Stars, and I was just like, this pony OC is so cute. I just wanted to draw a pony OC, so I had bookmarked their character, and I'm so happy I finally got around to it. I think she turned out super cute. And then finally is Creature from my friend, and I loved drawing Creature. I love the milky white colors. I love that, and because they're my friend, I had to include them because I didn't initially have their Artfight card, and I was talking to them on Discord, and then I was like, hey, give me your card so I can attack you. I'm gonna attack you. So I did, and spoiler, they're gonna be getting another attack. But yeah, I'm so proud of this art. I just thought it turned out super, super cool, and I hope everyone else likes it. If you want to copy my idea next Artfight, go ahead. I don't care. But yeah, I thought it was super cool. And the next attack I received means so much to me. Oh my god, it genuinely made my whole week. Oh my god. And it's from my art mutual, Osorio, and they follow me on Instagram and they joined my Discord, so thank you. And this is why they attacked me, is because I wasn't feeling the best, and I had mentioned it in Discord, just in passing, and oh my gosh, their sweet little soul, they attacked me to make me feel better, and it was of Xolo, and oh my god, this art is genuinely so gorgeous. Oh my god, like, I genuinely could not have imagined Xolo looking any better. Oh my gosh, she just looks so dreamy, and thank you so much. Just the consideration going into it. They are so sweet. And the flower that Xolo has is so perfect. I love her tail. I love the little clouds she's sitting on. It's such a painting. It's so beautiful. Like, if I could hang this up in my house, I would. I just might, to be honest. It's so perfect. And she honestly looks so much like my dog. She looks so much like my real dog here. It's genuinely so awesome. And they were like, I hope you like the little bug wings I added. And yes, oh my god, yes, I love bugs. But also, they don't know this, because I don't talk about this, but a hidden thing is Xolo's wings, as a little concept, they came from another character's wings, or they're kind of like spikes. Xolo's don't really operate as wings. They're kind of up to interpretation, but they don't operate as wings. She can't fly. But the other character, who also can't fly, but I took inspiration of those characters like wings that I turned into Xolo's wings later on, came from wasp wings, because I really liked wasps. Yeah, I'm a freak, I'm sorry. I like wasps, I'm fascinated by them, I'm fascinated by a lot of bugs. But the fact that they somehow knew, without knowing at the same time, that Xolo's wings are inspired by wasps very deep down the line, and how much I love bugs personally, that is so awesome. I love that. That just makes it mean even more. It's so awesome. My gosh, I did not mean to talk so much on just this one piece, but that's just how much it means to me. Thank you so much again. And because it means so much, I was like, I got so hyped. I was feeling so down, and then like I saw this, and I was like, oh my god. And I immediately like jumped up, and I had so much energy, and I immediately started revenging them because they also have a comic that they make, and I had read the entire first chapter. There's just one chapter out, and there's a lot of like space memes and stuff like that, and intergalactic travel and stars and moons and stuff and planets. And I was like, you know, their character Arv has a planet, I believe, on our jacket, and I was like, I've got to. And Arv was the only one that they had on their page, but Arv is the main character of their comic, so of course I drove Arv. I attacked them right back. I revenged them, and this piece was so awesome to me. I really tried to step it up a level with my art. I was so passionate. You know, I don't usually try to do heavy shading. Oh my god, shading. I don't usually try to do heavy shading and all of that, but here I did try. I really did try, and if it doesn't look the best, you know, it's a learning process, but I think it looks good for what I have, the skills that I have. I especially had a lot of fun with actually trying the shading. It was actually really enlightening, and I was like, how does this look? How does this work? And blah, blah, blah. And I think it turned out well for my personal skill level. I had a lot of fun, especially though with the planet. The planet that I drew, it looks so cool. It looks like a storm is going on. It reminds me of Saturn. You know those gas giants always have like storms going on them. And I drew the little moon, and then I was like, what can I add to the background besides a bunch of stars? You know, stars are cool, all of that. And I was like, my favorite thing, black holes. Yes, this did come back up. Thank you, Lemon. And I was like, I absolutely love black holes. What if Arv wants to go home and their planet might be swallowed by a black hole and all they can do is watch? However sad that is, that was just my interpretation, but it still looks awesomely majestic in my opinion, and I had so much fun with making this. And then initially I was like, I had just made the background dark, like purple color, like black, because when you're, pro tip for artists if you don't know, like beginner artists, you usually typically use like dark blue or dark purple to simulate black instead of using pure black. It makes it look better. So that's what I did here, and I was just gonna leave it or make it darker, like make it even darker purple in the background, and make it like a Gaussian blur, like blend. But I was like, it kind of looks kind of bland, and I was like, what does space have? Boom, space mist. So then I added that, and oh my god, it looks awesome. It looks like one of those old like Galaxy book bags that used to be super popular in school. But I love how this turned out. I love the emotion of it. This is such an awesome piece, and I feel like it goes to show how much my art and my artistic storytelling has grown outside of just working on my comic, because outside of my comic, I just usually work on basic doodles and stuff like that. I don't really work on other pieces, but I feel like this just goes to show how much Artfight can make you get out of your comfort zone, branch out on your art, and draw new things. And that's exactly what I did here, and that's exactly why you guys should also join Artfight next year. 8 days later. I'm not gonna lie and say my SpongeBob-esque transition was corny, but 8 days have definitely passed, and during those 8 days, I had to take a week-long break from Artfight because I am 22 years old, and do you know what being 22 means? Or just being over 18 or whatever? It means that you get wisdom teeth pain within that time frame, and my wisdom teeth really hurt to the point where I was twitching in pain, and I still had to go to work, and I was still trying to work on my comic, but I put all of that on pause. I was mostly just in my bed, maybe watching YouTube, watching TV, talking to my boyfriend, trying to soothe the pain of combined wisdom teeth pain, where it hurt so bad to eat, so I wasn't eating as much. So hunger and wisdom teeth pain, I was trying my best to subdue that. Overall, I was in way too much pain to do Artfight within that week of time, and I was so disappointed in myself. I didn't even check Artfight too often in that time frame. I checked it about 2 times, and I think I got like 1 revenge and then 1 or 2 attacks. I'm gonna put those in the video, obviously, but I was just so out of it, and I couldn't do any art. I couldn't even do any personal art. I couldn't work on my comic, and I was just so disappointed. And I wanted to go all out for Artfight. I wanted to go all out for this video, so I'm so disappointed. But we are going to continue the rest of the video with what I do have. I know that no one would have known that I was going through any of that. They would have just assumed, oh, good, you know, they didn't get as much art done or whatever. I don't even think it's not that much art. I think I do an average amount of art for Artfight, even what I do have so far. So it's not like I did 2 attacks and I freaking keeled over from pain from my wisdom teeth. No, no one would have known, but you know, we're all human, and I just wanted to put this part in the video, so if anyone else is going through wisdom teeth pain, you're not alone. It just goes to show sometimes things don't go as you planned or as you expected. Sometimes things do get in the way of what you had planned, and one of those things can be Artfight, and the thing getting in the way could be your stupid old wisdom teeth. Okay, so for my sanity's sake, I'm not numbering the attacks anymore. But this was another one for my friend, Melted Static, and this is another one of their OCs, Ichigo, and I was like, well, we're like IRL friends, so, like, whatever. They really like my comic that I make, and they're a big supporter of it, and I was like, you know what would be so cool, because they're also making a comic, but it's not out yet. I was like, what if I do, like, a mock comic page in my art style,
and Ichigo meets Xolo. So that's what's going on in this page. I honestly feel bad because I feel like I didn't do Ichigo justice. I'm honestly someone who doesn't make very complicated design characters, and I don't even think Ichigo is that complicated of a design, but I'm just kind of like, it was immediately after my teeth stuff, and I was like rushing to get this out. At the same time, I'm also under a strict deadline with my comic where I'm like, you need to get 8 pages done a month, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if you start making comics or you know about making comics, you know what I mean. Couple that with doing Artfight for the first time and wisdom teeth pain, and that was a very big spiral burnout for me. So there's honestly not that many attacks after this, I'm going to be honest, but I did put a lot of effort into this attack, and I did say I was going to attack them multiple times, and I did get a wonderful attack back. This is from them. It's so awesome, and they drew Ichigo and Xolo interacting, which I love it so much. Thank you. Like, what I really do love about Ichigo's design is that they remind me of strawberry milk, like so like nostalgic strawberry milk. Like, I don't know why, and I don't like strawberry milk anymore, but like looking at it, I was like, I kind of want some strawberry milk, not gonna lie. And maybe that was the intended thought behind their design on Ichigo, but I was like, I want some strawberry milk. I'm more of a chocolate milk girly now, but when I was a kid, I loved strawberry milk. Like, I was obsessed with strawberry milk over chocolate milk. I was a strawberry milk girly all the way through, and Ichigo reminds me of that very much. This next attack is kind of hilarious. It's a joke character. I'm 99% sure this is a joke character, but me and my boyfriend, we were clicking through random character tab on Artfight, like at the midpoint of the month, I guess, mid-beginning, and we came across Anki Dorito, and I was like, let me save this guy, I didn't actually save Anki Dorito. I was on my phone, and I don't think I was logged in, but I took a screenshot of Anki Dorito, and it had the character ID numbers, and the creator's name, and, lo and behold, Wisdom Teeth stuff happened, other attacks happened, and then, finally, after Ichigo's attack, I was like, boom, let me get Anki Dorito done, let me pull up Anki Dorito. So I go into Artfight, and Anki Dorito is not there. Let's just say Anki Dorito is not there. And I'm like, no! And the worst part is, I pulled up Anki Dorito on my phone to draw the reference, even though I shouldn't really need a reference. He's so simple, but I did this, and I drew this whole thing. Mind you, it's not complex. I just wanted to make it fun. I'll go into it after this spiel, but I had already drawn the whole piece. I don't know why I didn't go into Artfight and check if they were still up there. I guess I just had faith. I don't know. My first Artfight, my first experience, guys, they'll kill me. So I go on there, Angry Dorito's gone. And I'm like, character not found. What did I do wrong? I don't know. So then I'm like, I said, the person's name is in that screenshot. Let me type them up. I'm like, okay. Go on their page. I'm like, I was like, so how can I prove that Anki Dorito wasn't a myth, that I actually saw Anki Dorito on their page? Because, like, when a character is hidden, it's not going to show that they're hidden if you never, like, bookmarked that character. At least I don't believe that there's a way to see that. So I look into their, I think it's defenses, it wouldn't be their attacks, the attacks that they received, and I saw an Anki Dorito attack, and I was like, I knew it, Anki Dorito gone, Anki Dorito is gone. So what I did, I messaged them, but my Wi-Fi was being all funky, so if you're watching this and you got like 5 or 6 messages from me, I'm so sorry. It like sent through like 4 or 5 times, I don't know, I tried to delete them, I don't know like how it is, but multiple messages went through, I tried to delete them. But Anki Dorito did get put back up on Artfight, and I submitted the attack, and it's just satire. And what it's about, I was like, okay, Anki Dorito sitting on the throne, he is very angry. Blood Moon inspired by Zelda in the background. I guess he's like a king here. I don't know. I was like, I made the shadows first, as you can see, like from the speed paint that I'm putting in the background, and I was like, well, if the moon is behind him, like, it doesn't really make sense, like, for the shadows to be on, like, the front of the chair and the stairs, like, that doesn't make sense, obviously. So, I was like, well, what can I do to make that make sense? Because I want to keep the shadows. So it's like, okay, Anki Dorito he's a really bad, angry king, okay, and it's a blood moon, and his Anki Dorito citizens are having an uprising against him. So, there's fire. I'm sorry, my dog is moving. Background noise. There's a fire in his castle. He's staking it out. He's going down with the ship. He's Anki Dorito, and that is the story of this attack. This next attack I did was on Simone Says. It's actually a revenge for this lovely, like, adorable koi attack I've gotten. I guess everyone loves koi. Everyone loves koi as much as I do. I love koi too. And their art, like, it just depicts him so well. Koi is so dorky, and he looks so, like, dorky cute here in a good way. So thank you so much. And I did a little mass attack on traditional art with their characters, and they're all dogs, so I definitely had fun drawing them. So there's that. Sorry to keep it short. It sucks because if I had the equipment to, I would definitely record myself doing like traditional art drawing, like those old art YouTubers used to do, but I just don't have any setup for that, so I can't do that. I'm sorry. Next up is this wonderful attack from Whimsy the Principal. Zola just looks so cute and adorable here. Thank you. I love the emotion going on in the picture. It depicts her energy a lot. She's very hyperactive and definitely would do that. I drew their. This is my revenge. I drew their OC cable, and by now the Artfight burnout was definitely setting in, as well as burnout from a lot of other things. So I just tried to draw their cat OC as a chibi, and honestly, I was playing with the background a lot with this because I'd made like a, what is it? I think it's called halftones, like the polka dot type brush or whatever. I'd made my own, and I was messing with it because I like the gradients that go with it, but I didn't want to post it because I was worried that someone would have like, what is it, trypophobia, the fear of holes or whatever, and I was like, I mean, the probability of that is low, but never zero. It's my dog again. Sorry. But I really like the little fish that I added. I thought that was cute. They look like little goldfish, and I love fish. I love goldfish. And it was fun to draw, and it was a nice change of pace for me to not go all out. Not every attack needs to be, maximum energy. That's just Artfight. And, it's a gifted game, so yeah. Hope you like it, and thank you for the wonderful attack, Whimsy. It's so adorable. Guys, they're jumping me. Guys, help. This is Grenold, and I uploaded her onto Artfight, and I don't regret it, but they started jumping me. I was like, I need to get my battle ratio back, because I don't play about my win rates in games, I don't, even though it's Artfight, and I had already been dealing with the teeth issue, and I was already struggling with burnout, and I was like, so obsessed with Grenold, and I was like, I need to upload her, she's my baby, I need to upload her, what's an Artfight, and I did, at like 12 o'clock in the morning or at night, whatever you prefer, 12 a.m., I was supposed to be going to bed for work. I uploaded Grenold instead, and then I went to bed, and I went to work the next day, and what I saw was 4 attacks on Grenold, and I was like, holy, they're jumping me, oh my god. And mind you, from my perspective, I'm like, who's gonna be active, in the middle of the night? I know Artfight is a global thing, I know it's not solely America based, but like come on, I was like, who is gonna attack this dog in the middle of the night from the random character tab, or the newly uploaded character tab, of all things. Plus, it's the end of Artfight. It's like the last week of Artfight. So many people are burnt out. Well, I was sorely mistaken, guys. I was wrong. I got proved wrong. Grenold was just too cute to not attack. And thank you, Orchids 800. They drew Grenold twice. I was like, okay, one of the 4, 2 times. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And then Bard Owl X. Oh my god. You like have like you either have the same art style as me, which I'm not upset about. I'm like it's so cool. I love seeing people with similar art styles. I love similar like feral art styles. Or you just embodied my art style so good, and I'm like, dang, that's like so accurate. It's so cute. But thank you. It's so adorable. I love the little shark plushie. I love the being on the beach. And then the mass attack. I was like, oh my god, she's so cute here. Like she's literally so cute. She looks like a little plush dog. And I love seeing all the other dogs too. They're so cute. So thank you, Cupcake Kitty White Tea. And I know I've been saying, so cute, so cute, so cute, so cute. I mean it, guys. Because, I love cute things. I have to love cute things. Cute thing is my thing. I have to. I love cute things so much. I go feral for cute things, okay? I love cute little dogs. I love the cute little squishy faces. So when I say your art is cute, I mean it. Even if I'm saying everyone's art is cute, because it is. So yeah, my Artfight character thing went up from like 4 starting out to 6. I had 6 characters by the end of Artfight. Xolo, Lucas, Koi, Glad, the starting 4, and then I added Vanilla, and then I added Gren, and Gren ended up getting 4 attacks immediately, like within 12 hours. I love Gren. It just goes to show how cute she is, and I'm gonna make some lore on Gren, and I might be so obsessed with her that I make a whole video on her maybe one day, maybe another like she'll probably be included in another Meet My OCs thing, if you've watched that, or if you want to watch that. It's a cool video. It's just me yapping. If you like art and yapping and talking about OCs, you'll probably like it, but Gren is Xolo and Lucas's way in the future, like epilogue comic type of stuff. But that is their biological child, and she can see ghosts because Xolo and Lucas, they're demigods, they have powers, blah blah blah, whatnot. And she inherited some of the powers, and Xolo and Lucas have a really strong connection to spirits, but they can't necessarily see spirits. But Reynold can, and she's like 5, okay, like. My dog's characters, they go by like human years for me. I'm not writing them in dog years because I feel like that's just complicated. But Grenold's like 5, okay, she's like the embodiment of a 5-year-old. She's really naive, and she likes her little ghost buddies. So that's Grenold. She's adorable. I love her. I can't stop drawing her, to be honest. She's like a little Xolo. She literally is a little Xolo, but yeah, I love her. And then my next attack, it was actually a revenge on Cupcake Kitty YT, because I just happened to look through their characters first, and I saw that they had a Joltik, which is a Pokemon or whatever, if you don't know that. And it seems like it's a Mystery Dungeon OC. Well, that's just the vibes that I'm getting, you know, male Joltik, you know, the whole thing of Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team is you have the male Pelipers and blah blah blah. You know, it's just fitting the vibe. If it's not Mystery Dungeon, that's fine. I love Pokemon regardless of Mystery Dungeon. Mystery Dungeon just happens to be my favorite. I'm in love with Mystery Dungeon. My favorite game, okay? Besides Wolf Quest and Mystery Dungeon, I don't really play any other games as of right now, which is really sad because I love games. I love watching games, but I can't bring myself to play any other games except for like Wolf Quest and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I've played through that game so many times. Explorers of Sky, I've played through Rescue Team. But I'm any Pokemon OCs, awesome. Mystery Dungeon OCs, double awesome. And this one is just giving especially Mystery Dungeon. And I was like, so cute, so cute. I love Joltik. I have two Joltik plushies. And, you know, I'm not a Joltik fanatic like some people. I know some people, they really love Joltik. You know how people get about their favorite Pokemon. I have like 4 Rockruff plushies, and then I have like 8 Eevee plushies, which are my top 2. So yeah, Pokemon fans are a little crazy, but I do have 2 Joltik plushies. So Joltik in my plushies category, Joltik is like top 3 because I don't have any other plushies of any other Pokemon like that. Duplicate plushies. I mean, like it's not duplicate. I have like a Sitting Cuties one, and then there was like another one that Pokemon Center released that was like a little bit bigger than the Sitting Cuties one, but not by a lot. I just wanted both because they're both really cute. As for the art that I made their Joltik because in their description it was like they said that they would like to see delivering mail to other people's OCs if Chi was to be drawn. So I had Chi deliver some mail to Gran because Gran was included in the mass tag. So thank you so much. And I really love the color grading here that I did. I did end up doing the dots, like I said I was going to do with the other attack. And I really like how it turned out. I think it looks really good. And, you know, Joltik is really small, but Gren is also really small, so that's the size disparity there. Because Gren is a teeny tiny little Chihuahua puppy, and, you know, Chihuahuas are tiny, so that's why Gren is small but big at the same time compared to Chi. And my last Artfight attack is for Tricky by Orchids 800. I just wanted to do a simple headshot. This is the same person that attacked Gren twice, and I just had to revenge them back. And they mentioned that Gren reminds them a lot of Tricky, and Tricky seems to be a pretty important OC to them, so I was like, let me just draw them a little headshot. So that's there. Here's Tricky. Very cute. I added a little scruff and ruff because it's a miniature. She's a miniature Schnauzer, and I love little magical dogs. So there's Tricky, so cute, and thank you again for the 2 attacks on Gren. I also received a revenge later from Dyslexic Puppy, the one who I drew Tibbers for, and they apologized. They're like, oh, I was just trying to get something out because the amazing piece that you made, and I love traditional art. And I commented that to them. I was like, no, this means so much more because, like, traditional art Xolo is so cute. And plus, their art style is so adorable as well. So thank you so much. And if I have any other attacks by the time I'm done recording this, I'm going to put them up here. Or like, revenges or whatever that I didn't get to put in the video. Yeah, that was my experience for Artfight this year. And honestly, it was so fun. I'm kind of sad about the whole wisdom teeth thing and the burnout. You know, I could help, you know, my comic. I didn't have to do all of that. I could have focused just on Artfight, but the wisdom teeth pain and other things going on in my life, I didn't really have control over that, so it just kind of burnt me out more. And I definitely wanted to get more done, but I would say for my first year, this is pretty good. You know, I'm kind of amazed by how some people could just pump out like 2 or 3 attacks a day, and by the end of Artfight, they have done like 60 attacks. I'm like, that is so crazy, and you guys are so cool for that. And thank you again to everyone who attacked me. It was super fun, and it got me so back into making OCs again. I haven't made a proper OC in so long, so making Grenold was honestly amazing. I'm so excited to have her. I'm so excited to do more with Grenold. I have a lot planned with her. She's just one of the cute woogly OCs, you know. I'm gonna do more with her. And then, again, you know, now that I'm concluding this video, you can check out my other videos if you like. Like and subscribe, all that stuff, blah blah, YouTuber stuff. This is my OCs video. I worked so hard on this video, so I'm going to keep advertising it, but if you like Artfight, you definitely like OCs. So, but anyway, I would definitely recommend Artfight. So anyone who is hesitant about Artfight, I'm sorry you missed out on this year's if you haven't, or maybe you tried Artfight before and you didn't like it, but I highly encourage going back to it. It definitely gets you out of your comfort zone and gets you drawing more. I never thought that I could draw this much in a month, because I got 7 comic pages done, and you know, I didn't meet my 8 goal. You know, that's fine. But 7 comic pages? Come on. And technically, I did do 8. Technically, because I made the mock page for my friend. So, that's exactly what I mean. You know, Artfight gets you out of your comfort zone. I've never drawn so much, like, art of other people's characters, let alone so many pieces alongside working on my comic. So, I know I can definitely do more with working on my comic. I can definitely work faster. If I will work faster, I don't know that yet. I'm going to try to. But burnout be getting me sometimes, I'm sorry. Anyway, I have way more cool videos planned, but I just want to say this before I end off the video. It's my goal to reach 500 subscribers. I want to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year. I don't really have a following anywhere, but I put a lot of effort into these videos, and they're super fun to make. I'm super passionate about them. I try to take my time with them and put as much quality in them as I can. So if you like this video, please subscribe. And also, what I plan to do when I do get 500 subscribers is I want to do a Q&A. So if you're invested in that, I'm gonna keep working on my Discord server. It's not really a server, there's 5 people in it, but I'm gonna make it like public, you know. So if you want to talk about art, you want to talk to me, you want to show me your OCs, that's cool. If I inspire you, awesome. I would love that. I would love to help people grow and get people to do more of their art and learn more about their art and themselves. And I feel like Discord is a great way to interact with the art community and foster love and acceptance and more creativity. So I want to do that. So Q&A in Discord. And also, for my next chapters of my comic, if you want to read my comic, it's Xolo Air God Not Loading on Webtoon. I'm going to put that up here. But I'm not going to release my next chapters. I planned out like 6 through 10. And I wanted to release them all like at once, back to back when they're all done, but that is a long ways out. But if we reach 500 subscribers, whenever that is, hopefully it's before I, get done all of those chapters, because I'm still working on 6. But 500 subscribers, and I will release chapter 6 early. And the goal is to keep setting milestones for myself, keep setting goals for myself, keep growing, and I'll keep releasing my chapters. Technically early, because, I wanted to release them all back to back to back, to not put too much pressure on myself to just get them all at once, even if it's a long wait. But 500 subscribers, and I will put it out there when it's done. I'm sorry if that sounds all preachy, like, give me 500 subscribers now. No, that's not what I'm asking. It's just a goal of mine, and I think setting goals is important, and communicating those goals is important. I'm not trying to, rope you guys in anything, but I'm saying, if you like my content, you could subscribe, It's not that bad. I'll give you more content, more yap, more frequently, more yap, and then more reading yap with the comic. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed looking at all the amazing art that I was sent on Artfight, and then all the art that I made for others on Artfight. It was super fun. Again, I 20 out of 10 recommend Artfight. I'm gonna do it next year, unless something gets in the way. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully I don't jinx myself. I am very unlucky. Literally in the name and literally unlucky. But thank you for watching, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.